Dogecoin's starting to go crazy right now. Take a look at this beautiful chart here as we see a bunch of green candles here on the chart. Dogecoin shooting up from around 24 cents to my exact price target of 34 cents. Not even 1 cent off. On my live tonight, you can go back and watch it. I called Dogecoin going to exactly 34 cents. Tonight, it did exactly what we predicted, hitting that exact number of 34 cents before coming back down a little bit now, but still in the process of a huge spike. Dogecoin going crazy right now. And one thing I have to say, we need to give a ton of credit to the Shiba Inu coin community right now for helping with the energy on this Dogecoin spike. Because of all the energy Shiba Inu just brought into this community and into the cryptocurrency as a whole community when it comes to memes, that is one of the big reasons for this. A lot of people in Shiba Inu now starting to come over to Dogecoin as well. Shiba Inu coin did pass Dogecoin for a brief period of time. Now Dogecoin has shot back up ahead of a number of cryptos, including Shiba Inu coin. But once again, thank you so much to everyone who is part of that community and is continuing to be optimistic in Dogecoin and help Dogecoin as well. A lot of people are saying, Matt, you went to the dark side. You started liking Shiba Inu coin. How could you do it? This is exactly why, because we predicted this exact thing would happen, the energy coming to Dogecoin because of a lot of the stuff Shiba Inu coin is doing. And the best part is, this is not done yet. Look, you can see another big green candle right there on the minute chart. We are seeing this form live, and Dogecoin could be about to break out. Hopefully, it will go to an all-time high soon. If it happens tonight, that will obviously be incredible. Make sure to go down there and press like button. Obviously, right now we are in a time of Dogecoin where it's extremely important to keep up that same energy. Let's learn from what Shiba Inu coin did. They got a ton of energy all at one time, a ton of retweets, a ton of likes, and that was what caused this to happen for a large extent. And now Dogecoin needs to build that same type of energy right now on social media in order to hold this price and cause that next spike to happen. It takes real, true work, the type of work that we know is possible, especially thanks to some of the things we've seen recently with meme coins. So this is very exciting. Elon Musk, hopefully he will tweet about it soon. Looks like that spike is starting to continue again. It did drop back to 27 right after going up to 34, but let me go ahead and play this clip because this is really pretty remarkable that we were able to get this down to exactly 1 penny. Think about that. How hard is that? How difficult is that to predict a cryptocurrency down to a single penny? Let's go ahead and pull up the clip right now, and I will play it, and you can see exactly what I said and what my reasoning was in this clip on why Dogecoin was going to go to 34 cents exactly, precisely. So let me go ahead and I'll turn off the music there so we don't get a copyright, and we're going to go ahead and play this clip, and I will show you exactly what I said and then explain how I was able to predict it to that level. Make sure you subscribe with notifications on. If you can find other channels that were able to predict exactly to within the penny where Dogecoin was going to go, then subscribe to them too, or subscribe to them too anyway, just to help Dogecoin. But make sure you're joining this channel because once again, we are continuing to prove that when the metrics line up, we can predict these with a high degree of accuracy. It's not going to be right 100% of the time, but it will be right a lot of the time. Things we've seen in the past and showing what the future may hold about has been the place where so many people have made huge profits and gains by getting access to the crypto picks. Also, been doing anything positive. We're seeing transactions toward the beginning of the month, and as we 4 cents in value, but you can see over this month it's followed each other a lot. Now it's split apart, which means right now Dogecoin's undervalued compared to this is from earlier tonight. You can see right there at around 24 cents in value, but this is all the way up to around 35 to 36, 37 cents. So we are likely going to see Dogecoin going up to exactly 37 cents or higher very soon here, as long as these transactions can continue to pick up speed. And that's not all. We are also seeing Google search trends going up a decent amount. Started off the month. Okay, actually, I thought I said 34 cents. So, okay, I was off by a little bit, but we were still very close on that. So when I said 37 cents is exactly where I think it's going to go. We still have time to obviously hit that 37 cent mark, but nonetheless, we called this when it was at 24 cents. We called this spike happening to a really high degree of accuracy, and we said exactly when it was going to happen. And the way you can do that, the way we actually did it here, is by looking at this specific metric, which you can look at yourself too, or you can just subscribe, notifications on, follow on Twitter, MattWallace88, and let me do all the work for you. But this right here shows the number of transactions happening on the Dogecoin chain, and we have seen it going up from around 20k transactions all the way up to this level right here, where we now have a ton of transactions close to 40k. And so there was a discrepancy there. This is from earlier tonight, where where we see the price of Dogecoin down here around 24 cents. But this up here is in that 34, 35, 36, 37 cent range. And so we saw the transactions going up ahead of schedule, which is a huge indication Dogecoin's about to spike. That's how we called this here. And I'll make sure I'm not going to keep this a secret. You can do the same thing yourself with other coins too. What I'm looking at right here is coindesk.com. You can do the same thing, and you can help yourself predict some of these cryptos as well. That's one of the ways we're able, on top of multiple other metrics. Don't get me wrong, this is not the only one. You cannot look at this and know 100% when a crypto is going to spike, but it does work a decent amount of the time. And especially when you see this big of a discrepancy between the price and the amount of transactions when it comes to a big spike, then you know you're about to see a run happening. Let's go back and check on Dogecoin right now. I mean, just beautiful to see that. Beautiful as everyone starts to come into live. Let me go ahead and read a couple of these chats here. It's someone said it's a meme battle. Shiba Inu coin versus Dogecoin, and maybe we'll have a little bit of fun with that, of course. Shiba Inu coin versus Dogecoin. We'll continue having fun with that. But once again, I just want to say huge shout out to Shiba Inu coin community. I was not expecting them to be as strong as they have been over this month. They have really shown us that underestimating them is not a smart idea, and now they are showing us that they love Dogecoin as well, because they played a big role in this Dogecoin spike we're seeing now, and likely they're going to continue to play a big role as Dogecoin continues to spike and go even higher here, which has a high degree of probability of happening if we can see the energy on social media spiking like we have seen with Shiba Inu coin. So huge shout out to them. Thank you so much to everyone in that community. And of course, from now on, we will have a very different view of Shiba Inu, because we were skeptical at first, and now we're starting to realize metrics are not as important with coins like that. And that's why we have to make sure to be tipping our hats and continue to show love to Shiba Inu. In fact, you know what? Right now, as a way to say thank you to Shiba Inu coin and the community for helping with this Dogecoin spike, I'm going to be putting more money into Shiba Inu coin. I put 10,000 in earlier today, and it went up a decent amount after that. I'm going to put a little bit more in right now. I'm not sure the exact amount I'll put in, but I'm going to put some in after I get off the stream. Or should I do it now? Maybe I'll do it now. Actually, yeah, I'll just go ahead and do it right now. I'm going to put some more in as a way of saying thank you for that. And the truth is, we don't know what's going to happen next with Shiba Inu coin, because it's hard to predict stuff like this. It really comes down to, can the community keep the energy up? If they can, it will spike more, a decent chance of that happening. If they can't keep it up, well, then it could fall. So there really are two sides of the coin here. It really just comes down to, for your own personal decision, do you believe in the Shiba Inu coin community, or do you think that they're not going to be able to do what some people are saying they're going to be able to do? That's really what it comes down to. But anyway, I'm going to go ahead and as a token of appreciation, buy some more right now. I'm going to go to my Coinbase here, and then how much should we put in? Let's go ahead and get a few chats. How much should we put in right now for Shiba Inu coin? Matt, I love you, and I've been here since before Doge was at a penny, but the hate for Shiba Inu made me sad, because I hold both coins. We should have love for surging cryptos, still here and always. Yes, the truth is, some people in the Dogecoin community, including myself, were worried. We were wondering, would Shiba Inu coin hurt Dogecoin if it ended up spiking too much? And the truth is, we were very wrong about that, because some of us had concerns. What if some people sell Dogecoin and decided to go into that instead? But that's not what happened here. Instead of people selling Dogecoin, it was mostly people outside the United States that came in. So that's why there was some scaredness at first. That's why there's some reluctancy. But now that we see the truth here and how much Shiba Inu coin is helping Dogecoin, we know that we actually have a friend in SHIB, more so than we thought. And I think that's a very positive, good thing for the entire cryptocurrency community. A bunch of comments here. It looks like we're getting a lot of people saying 1K, 2K, 5K, a lot of 5Ks there. All right, okay, I think I see, okay, there's some higher numbers there, a lot of 5Ks, some 10Ks, a 20K. Someone said $1 million. No, we're not putting in $1 million to Shiba Inu coin. Yeah, that just imagine we actually dropped $1 million right now on Shiba Inu coin. I'll add on Doge. Oh, we obviously, yes, let me go ahead and I'm gonna add some more on Doge as well. I'm already holding a heck of a lot, but I think now's the time to be supporting this even more. So I'll buy some Shiba Inu coin as a way of saying thank you right now. I'm actually going to convert from Ethereum to Shiba Inu. So I'm gonna convert right here. And so you can do this too if you want. Basically on Coinbase, it'll let you convert the amount you want. So we'll do 5,000 right now from ETH to Shiba Inu coin. Preview convert. Make sure there's no personal information on here. I don't think there will be. There we go. Okay, so there we go. You can see right there, we're gonna buy 5,000 more, which will now mean we have approximately put 15,000 or so in. We will see what that number goes to after this. And then after that, I'm gonna put some more into Dogecoin as well. Look at that, there we go. Just purchased. 66 million sheep. Wow, that's a heck of a lot. Dang it, we should have gone to 69 million if only we had known. I did it too fast. I would have put a little bit more in if I had known. Then now I'm also going to buy some more Dogecoin as well. We can do the same thing. We can convert from Ethereum to Dogecoin. Go ahead and switch this out. No, not Solana. I already have enough Solana. Let me go and put it in Dogecoin now. So we'll put the same amount into Dogecoin as well. We will do $5,000 here into Dogecoin. Preview convert. There we go. 5,000 into Dogecoin as well. Convert now. Okay, there we go. We got 16,209 Doge. So there we go. A great little addition to our portfolios when it comes to that. And hopefully we will continue to see, with more Brian pressure, we will continue to see this Dogecoin spike going up even more. That's obviously what we want to do right now, with Dogecoin continuing to show that it is the king of the block when it comes to energy and fun on social media, even though there are obviously some other great cryptos right now that we're looking at. But look at that. That's just beautiful on the 30-minute chart. You can see there that incredible action going up, and as it goes up, we saw it going all the way up to around that 34-cent area. And on the minute chart, we can see, so this is what it's doing right now. So we saw that big run with a lot of green candles in a row, small ones building up, and then it ended up going and kind of hitting the head point at that 34, then coming back down to around that 26 area. Now though, we are seeing a little bit more of a V shape, and hopefully that spike will continue to come on, as we have seen a number of green candles in a row again on the minute chart, going back up to around 30 cents in that area. Technically still a tiny bit below 30 cents. Let me go ahead and check Elon Musk's tweets as well. This is the fun type of live. We love these high energy types of lives. Make sure, if you have not pressed like yet, this is of course the time to do that. If you want to join the Patreon as well, a good time to come in and join that to see behind the scenes looks. Good things are coming with that when it comes to buy and sell signals, not only if you're trying to trade specific coins that we talk about here on the channel. If you're trying to get into more trading, if you want to make money doing that, you can definitely get a lot of guidance and help from the Patreon community, not just myself, but also the other people in the community there. It's a great community. Come check it out and get access to Discord as well. Just waiting on Elon to buy some Shiba, and it'll be insert rocket here from David. Will Elon Musk buy some Shiba? You know, we're actually going to check on Elon Musk's Twitter if he's doing anything with Dogecoin. But if he does do something with Shiba Inu coin, it will spike. I mean, there's no way to tell if he will or not. Technically speaking, he did just kind of come out and say, well, he didn't just kind of, he did come out and say he does not own any Shiba Inu coin, which would be an indication he probably will not do this. But that may not matter as much, because most people in Shiba Inu coin right now are outside the United States. So basically, there's not as much concern here when it comes to what Elon Musk is doing with Shiba Inu coin as there is with Elon Musk and Dogecoin, because Elon Musk still has a huge amount of influence over Dogecoin, less so with other coins outside the United States when it comes to the primary ones there. Look at that. Doge starting to trend. Let me go ahead and tweet this out. Okay, the hashtag Doge starting to trend. Let's make it go crazy. And look at that. Already 89,000 tweets in just a matter of hours here. Pretty incredible. Now, this is what we've been looking for, and we've been calling this for a while. I mean, think about that. It just went up close to 25% in less than an hour. And obviously, that is the type of energy that starts mania. We may see mania happen here soon for Dogecoin. We're obviously going to be looking at it. Look at that. We also are up to 42 super followers. Super followers, a very new feature. I'm following back every single person who becomes a super follower, and you get access to crypto picks if you decide to do that. So definitely worth checking out. All you have to do to become one is click on the super follow link at the top, or it's not really a link, it's just a button. Then it'll take you, and you can pay directly to become a super follower on the Apple iTunes store, which I think is awesome. And I'm definitely going to be becoming super followers of some of my favorite Twitter creators as well. I think it's a great way to have that additional level there. Look at this. Keep up the amazing work, brother, from Dan Racing 619. I love it. And some people saying time to sell Shiba Inu coin. Now, if you want to sell, basically what you're doing is you're saying you do not think the Shiba Inu coin community can keep up this energy. And if you believe that and you decide to sell, then that's obviously, I mean, it's hard. The truth is, it's hard to know. You may be right, you may be wrong, but we've continued to doubt Shiba Inu coin and the community for too long now, and we shouldn't do that anymore. So I would say right now at this point, we have to kind of take everything with a grain of salt. Yes, it's obviously risky to put money into a crypto after it just spiked, And so maybe a lot of people aren't going to be putting money in, but will go up or not, it just comes down to a lot of other factors that are outside of our control. It's more up to that community specifically and what they decide to do. So I'm putting more in specifically to see if we can show some love and support back for what they just did for Dogecoin. Would I be investing right now in a cryptocurrency that just spiked a lot if it didn't have that specific connotation to it? Absolutely not. Normally, I stay very far away from cryptos that have just spiked anywhere over 500% in a month, because oftentimes you do see a correction, and only time will tell if this is a separate outside occasion here. Maybe it is, maybe it isn't. So there's risk associated, and there's also a decent amount of upside. Dogecoin right now, though, is where there's a ton of upside that's as close to guaranteed as you can get in the cryptocurrency world. Now, there is no guaranteed in cryptocurrency, but with all the catalysts that are coming, there's no question that mania can happen again, and can happen in a big way for Dogecoin. This price is holding pretty strong. It's not just a flash spike, then crashes right after like we have seen in the past. It would already be going down now if that was the case. No, this is a sustained spike that is massive, and let's go ahead and compare that to previous spikes. When's the last time we actually saw it at that level? If we go back to September here, you can see that is the last time it was at around that 32 cents level. So it has been close to 2 months, the beginning of September. It's been close to 2 months since Dogecoin has been this high, and it has had a couple of interesting little runs there. But as we look at the day chart, let me go ahead and zoom out a little bit more on this and we can get a better picture. But the day chart gives a good indication, because you can see here what Dogecoin has been doing. It's continued to make higher lows over time. You see that one right there, that one right there, that one right there. Over and over and over again, it does that. And every time it's catching some more people on board. It's building more momentum. It's building more energy. And with that, that's what causes these breakouts. It's also the biggest breakout that we have seen in a long time in a single hour. The last time we saw Dogecoin breaking out that much in a single hour, we have to go all the way back to June. And technically, it still wasn't even that big. It was a similar size. It wasn't as big as this. In order to see something as big as this, we actually have to go all the way back to late April. So this is the biggest Dogecoin spike in a short period of time since April. And what happened in April? Mania. Not long after that spike train started, we saw it absolutely going crazy. So this really is an exciting time for Dogecoin. There's no question about it. Nobody likes Shiba Inu, says the Avenger. Time to sell, Elon Musk, time to sell. Okay, some people doing some hate. I don't think that's what we should do right now. At the very least, we should say thank you to Shiba Inu coin for the help that they've given to Dogecoin right now in causing this spike. And we definitely need to, at the very least, show some appreciation to them. I think everyone would be doing a good thing to embrace this as much as we can and try to show that we want people in Shiba Inu coin to also love Dogecoin as well, because if it's Shiba Inu coin, Dogecoin versus the world, then that's going to be a lot more eyeballs on cryptocurrency in the form of meme coins than we would have otherwise. This, by the way, is what Shiba Inu coin has been doing. It did fall back a little bit down to around 5 or so, and now it's back up to 6.8, so it has continued to go up again, which means once again we are seeing Shiba Inu coin and Dogecoin going up at the same time, which is cool to see. Coin market cap is unfortunately not working right now for some reason. I keep trying to get on so we can see the crypto rankings, but it doesn't want to work. It just wants to continue to stall on me, which is unfortunate. But this is the match I can watch. I see. Well, the truth is, it's more so just being cautious, because we never really hated Shiba Inu coin. It was mostly just we wanted to make sure that people were understanding of the risk associated with it, and it ended up absolutely beating our expectations, which I think is a huge accomplishment, because most cryptos would have crashed. It takes a special kind of energy in order to not crash after seeing that type of gain already. But see, look, so you click on it and it'll load, but it won't work. Some people have been tweeting out coin market cap down. It's been showing different numbers, different amounts that have been incorrect is what I'm hearing. But we can also look here at cryptorank.io. Not as good, but it still works decently. You can see currently Dogecoin back up to number 9 with a $39 approximately billion market cap and a 14% gain overall on the 24 hours, which is actually lagging behind here, I believe. It's higher than that. It's nearly 40 billion now and a bigger gain than that. So this is lagging behind a little bit with some of those metrics, which is why I don't normally like to use other ones besides coin market cap. But let's see, there's a couple more that are pretty good, but it's hard to find ones on that level. Let me go ahead and go to a couple of the other ones. So we can see CoinGecko actually does have a pretty accurate description sometimes. Then we also have, I've actually never gone to this one before. I'm gonna start finding some new ones maybe. There's probably more than the ones we normally look at. Let's see if we can find a good one. Or what was that? Oh, crypto rankings. Crypto ranked IO. Oh, here we go. Okay, here we go. So this one's pretty good. This is CoinGecko. You can see Dogecoin number 9, market cap around 40 billion. So this one is a little bit closer to accurate. The price around 30 cents, and you can see 16% in the last hour. Pretty insane in 1 hour to see a 16% gain. By far the biggest gain of all of these top cryptos. You can see Binance Coin down 5% in the last 24 hours. Bitcoin down 2.8%. Then we also see Ethereum down 5.2%. So this is not a crypto spike at large. This is specifically a meme coin week right now that's seen some huge gains. Then Shiba Inu coin actually looks like it has gone back up even more now. So Shiba Inu coin is starting to spike again. 35 billion now as a market cap compared to 39 billion for Dogecoin. So Shiba getting some of the love back, and Dogecoin and Shiba are going to start hopefully playing off of each other now and seeing even more gains from that. Polkadot sitting there at 42 billion is not far away from the grasp of both Dogecoin and Shiba Inu. Dogecoin actually just went and passed it for a little period of time there, going up to a ranking of number 8, which has not happened for 2 months. Dogecoin has not been in the top 8 for 2 months. So another big deal type event right there, which is exciting. Then we also have Solana going down 6%. Basically every single crypto said, I'm going to crash today, except for the 2 meme coins at the top, which have both gone up a lot, a heck of a lot. So it's such a good week, honestly. And we've been seeing a ton of energy coming in, a ton more people on lives, a ton more people on the streams. So shout out to everyone who just came in and joined Final Stand. You're going to love it here. The fastest growing new channel on all of YouTube in 2021. This is the place to be, the community to come and join. Let's go and take a look. So this right here on CoinDesk, we can see an even cooler graphic, I think, of this Dogecoin spike. Look at that. I like that because it has the black background, which just looks significantly cooler. And so what we're seeing right there is a little bit more of a downward trajectory. So with that, what that means is we have 2 options here. It's either going to continue that downward trajectory, or we're going to form, I think, okay, at this current point in time, it doesn't look like this spike is going to continue right now. So we may have to wait at least 10 minutes before we may see that next leg up. And it could take even longer than that, just simply looking at the chart. But the truth is, once again, we cannot 100% rely on the chart for energy, big type of events like that. It's just, I'm just going to be honest about it. Obviously, we want to have as much excitement as possible, but the chart right now is showing that we may be hitting a little bit of a pause on this spike for Dogecoin. Let's go ahead and go back to the minute chart here, which I think is still the most accurate picture. All right, so the minute chart gives us a little bit of a better picture, because if you look here, and this is why it's so important to pick the right charts that you're looking at, because if you look here, you can't really see all of the detail, and I guess we could just switch over to an hour. That would probably give us a better look. So there we go. On the hour, we get a better look on what it's doing, but still, it's not as good as looking at this, because on this, you can see, even though it has the illusion of a downward direction, we are still reaching that same higher lows than we did before. So the trajectory can look completely different depending on what your chart you look at. And this one right here, which is goldprice.org, is typically the best because it has that individual minute chart, and it also has the tails of the candle, so you can see exactly how low it went during that minute. You can see how high it went by looking at the top of the tail. And so that's why this is the most accurate one. So this actually looks even more optimistic when we look at the accurate one compared to the less accurate one. Let's go ahead and take a look at some of the Dogecoin tweets right now. This is exciting, very exciting. To the moon! Shiba Inu coin to the moon, Dogecoin to the moon. You love to see it. Let me go ahead and, who woke up, Matt? Matt doesn't need sleep. Matt has crypto. Sleep is for the weak. I've been seeing a cat girl lately. Floki new to the moon, says John. I buy both, says Norman. Dogecoin to the moon. A lot of Dogecoin to the moons in the chat here. Oh yeah, there's no question about that. The future is wow. But let's go ahead and take a look at some of these Dogecoin tweets here. That's an interesting one. Okay, let's look at the latest, and we can see a lot of people talking about how Dogecoin is going crazy right now. passing back up to that top level, and that's cool to see. We love to see Dogecoin doing well. You can see Doge on the move right here. Realized volatility Doge USDT. So a lot of people coming into Doge from USDT. This also means we're seeing less of this energy on Robinhood, because look at that. So you can see here realized volatility from USDT. A lot of people going from Tether into Dogecoin, which you can only do on Coinbase. Once again, this is a big indication right here, which is what I was telling you, that a lot of these people are coming from Shiba Inu and going directly into Dogecoin, which is something that we were saying was going to happen as this energy builds, because most Dogecoin holders are on Robinhood, as we have talked about on the channel. So to see this, a lot of it coming from USDT, that basically shows us that we are seeing a ton of energy from Coinbase and Binance and a lot of exchanges outside the US. People who just saw what Shiba Inu coin did and want to catch that wave again with Dogecoin, or people who missed out on Shiba Inu and want to catch the wave with Dogecoin. This is really a positive thing, because it's going to expand the base off of just exchanges and also have more access to wallets. Robinhood is late on the game of wallets. Once they release them, it'll obviously be different, but for now, we do actually need Dogecoin to be really spreading out and having access to exchanges that do give you access to wallets in order to have a lot of that use case realized. You can see, yeah, just some great numbers coming in. Let me look at a couple more of these tweets. And powered by Doge, not Sheeb. Oh, look at that, K-Town Doge. So I'm not sure, is this someone's? Oh yeah, I think that's someone's name for their car. It's funny. Then Slum Doge Millionaire is still here holding Doge. Dogecoin rise, Dogecoin gains. Rico's Into Crypto. I can see clearly now the rain is gone. Look at that, up 28% for a period of time. They actually went a little bit higher than that. So a huge spike at the top, and still hopefully we'll see it continue on. I missed you, baby. Dogecoin is back. You love to see it. The energy rising right now as we have more and more people coming into the live. Make sure as you come in, hit that like button. What the heck are you doing? We going for another little spike. Oh, someone just commented. So we're going for another little spike here. Another one. Check it out. Yes, we are. So we are seeing Dogecoin starting to go again here a little bit. Yeah, so a little bit of a spike. Okay, so not as big as I was imagining from your comment, but yeah, so we're seeing a little bit more upward direction, similar to what happened right here, right there, happening again. And at this point, when Dogecoin starts doing this, it really can break out here parabolically at any second. So do not close your eyes too long if you want to see a potential new Dogecoin spike here. Oh no, what if we go to sleep? That's not good. We just saw. Oh, nice. Member for 3 months. Crypto of the week level. Matt, can you have a free stay at my boutique hotel in Antigua for all your great advice? Always. Actually, that sounds like it would be a heck of a lot of fun. You know what? I may just take you up on that offer. You've been a member for 3 months. Let me go and take a picture of that, and I will contact and look into that, because that'll be fun. A free vacation. Perhaps we can set that up. Dodgers plus Sheaves, Elon's army equals ambassadors, coming in from Anthony Minoret. And it doesn't matter how much money you make on Dogecoin, you're still gonna like a free vacation. Who wouldn't? A free vacation is exactly where it's at. I guess the travel expenses would not be free. It would just be the stay, but still pretty dang cool to have that covered for you. Who wouldn't like that? As we are seeing right now, the top 100 Dogecoin wallets, some interesting activity as you scroll further down the list, but still, I just checked this recently, and you are not seeing as much at the top in terms of activity. We're seeing a couple wallets putting some in, a couple wallets selling some out. A lot of that looks very mechanical, as if to suggest it's an exchange, which we know most of these are. So it's nothing too crazy in terms of the wallets. Most of this is community support, community energy, and once again coming from Shiba Inu largely. As we're seeing a bunch of comments here coming in, super chats. Doge coming in from Khalid. I love it. Thank you for the chat. And Shiva as well, with a big chat coming in saying you are amazing. Thank you so much. I love to see that. The community saying some nice things about Shiba Inu, and then likewise about Dogecoin. It's really beautiful to see. Let's go and look at, let's check how many retweets have we gotten so far on that Shiba Inu coin tweet, because that is one of the most viral tweets on all of Twitter. I think it may actually be, we may have the most viral tweet in comparison from followers to the amount of retweets it gotten on all of Twitter in the last 24 hours. So obviously there are going to be a couple of retweets from accounts with millions and millions of followers that will have more retweets, but on accounts that have less than 1 million followers. I think we may have the most retweeted tweet in the last 24 hours. I wouldn't be surprised at all if that was the case, because I haven't seen a number like this in a really long time on anyone's tweets except for really Elon Musk. Let me go ahead and find it here. So also Dogex, by the way, some big things coming for that. Take a look at this update. Just a quick update from me. The pups are done and we are now working out the mechanics. We don't want to rush phase 2 or 3 of this project, so we appreciate the patience from everyone in the community. We are also working on our new website. OpenSea verification is still pending as of this morning. More updates soon, and happy Monday, everyone. So Dogex, a lot of big things happening for that right now. Some people are arguing Elon Musk is not actually the richest person in human history because of inflation. That's a dumb argument, because 1 billion today is worth, basically, it can buy you more for quality of life than infinite money could 100 years ago. Another tweet I like, but let me go ahead and find the one about Shiba Inu coin. Take a look at this. So that's crazy. So I'll screenshot this and zoom in a little bit so you can see a little bit closer. So this right here, Shiba Army got to over 5,600 retweets in under an hour. That is wild. Sticking to my word and just put the $10,000 into Shiba Inu coin. If this tweet can get an insane goal of 69,000 retweets, I'll go put my bank account on the line here for Sheeb, and you can see it's already up to 13.8 thousand retweets. That's insane, and that is in approximately 12 or so hours, a little bit over 12 hours. 13.8 thousand retweets. So what if it actually does hit that goal? Just imagine. By the way, that doesn't mean selling my Dogecoin. My bank account and my Dogecoin holdings are completely different. I'm not selling my Doge, period. That's not going to happen. Getting me to sell my Doge would be like, oh, I don't know, what's a good example? Getting Bob the Builder to stop building stuff. You're not going to do that. He's Bob the Builder. He's going to keep building. You can try to stop him. You can take his hammer. You can give him another hammer. You can give him a different project. He's still going to keep on building, whatever the heck you do. He's Bob the Builder. That was a silly example, but I guess it works, kind of. It works a little bit. But let's go ahead and go back to the Twitter here and see. So that even this tweet talking about buying it went kind of crazy. And then I think a more important tweet here is, look at this. So I called this as well on Twitter, not just on my live, so we can see Dogecoin is going to go crazy after this SHIB spike. Against all metrics, Shiba Inu coin is bringing a lot of energy back to the meme economy. By the way, this tweet was 8 hours ago before any of the spikage happened. In fact, Dogecoin was down a little bit on the day when this happened, a few percentage points. And so we were still able to predict it anyway, despite that. It's bringing a lot of the energy back to the meme economy. Shiba Inu coin is. That will soon pay off massively for Doge. Thank you, Sheeb Army. So I was going ahead and thanking them in advance for the spike that they just helped to cause tonight. It's happening right now. And so that's an awesome tweet. By the way, that one, 2,254 likes, which is a heck of a lot in only 8 hours, but it looks way smaller compared to that 14,000 retweets we got. And with that one, how many likes is it up to? 13.9 thousand likes, which is still pretty insane. And my girlfriend, Diana Fletcher, who you should definitely follow on Twitter, her tag right there, Diana K. Fletcher, she is worth following. Let's get her to 10,000 followers. If Shiba Army can get this to 600,000 retweets, I'm also going all in on Sheep. She says, that's funny, coming in from Diana Fletcher. Will she do it? Will she go all in? I think she will. If it gets 600,000 retweets. And of course, the reason why I said that number is because going all in on Shiba Inu coin is obviously a huge thing, and I really would only be willing to put a lot of money into Shiba Inu coin if they were capable of doing that, because otherwise that's a little bit too risky to put that much money into something. But if they can get that many retweets, then they honestly have, in my opinion, a case that they're going to continue to go up higher. And it would take a monumental amount like that to take that large amount of risk, considering the portfolio. So that's why I did that. There's actually some mathematical stuff behind it besides just saying words. Doge and Sheebs are Elon's army. Wake up, you guys. The world sees the memes power. And a lot of people coming in saying, Matt, you finally, it's good you love Sheeb. You came around. And the truth is, we never hated Sheeb. We just were skeptical of if the community could do it or not, because they've never proven in the past that they could do something like this. Now, though, we know, do not underestimate them. So our opinions changed very fast after they came out and really showed out when it comes to the community there. Doge pumping some more. Yeah, it is. Someone said, "Yo, Bob the Builder from Juan." Yeah, Bob the Builder. He's the best builder out there. We need him to come and build the price of Dogecoin up even more. Let's check back on the price again and see what it's doing. Look at that, back over 30 cents. So we are seeing another run here, continuing to make higher lows on this chart here. So now it's over 30 cents. Look at that, 27% on the day. So a huge spike, big gains coming in. And you can also see it's now, look at this. Oh, that's big. That's big. Now you'll remember approximately 5 days ago, I made a video saying, look at this, Dogecoin is likely about to spike here. And that was because we saw a buy signal here on the chart here for goldprice.org. So with a buy signal, what that typically means is we have enough energy that it could cause a spike. It doesn't always happen, but now that it's a strong buy, look at that, it's even stronger. It's going off the chart. Did you see that? Look at that. See? It's such a strong buy signal right now from gold price that it's going off the chart. That's beautiful to see. That right there is a huge indication that we're about to see major mania and major energy coming for Dogecoin. Gold price, often correct. When they're at a buy signal, that's a good time to look at Doge. When they're a strong buy, if you're not looking at Doge, then you must have your blinders on. You have a blindfold. Who put it on you? I don't know. I think Doge can go over $10 coming in from Boost Bud. Now, if Dogecoin hits $10, obviously that's awesome. And Tiger King Coin on Uniswap, that's his name, he just did a chat saying meme coins to the moon. Yes, Tiger King Coin, I'm still holding a heck of a lot of that. And hopefully, T-King is going to be the next Shiba Inu coin that just goes crazy. It really has that possibility. There's no way to know for sure. It's obviously a risk. Now, some people will say, okay, maybe it won't happen. Some people say it will happen. You really don't know. You can't know for sure. But I think there's a high chance of that. Is Snoop Dogg in number 4 trending on YouTube? Oh, is he? Well, I don't know. Snoop Dogg, he does like Dogecoin. That's probably one of the only things I like about Snoop Dogg. I'm not that big of a fan of him personally. But if he's going to join the Dogecoin community, you know what? We'll show him love just from that perspective especially. Matt, I will cover some of my expenses as well at this day. Contact me. It's in the Caribbean. Wow. So a trip to the Caribbean, that's kind of hard to pass up on, coming in from Jeanette Didominico. I hope I'm pronouncing your name correct. If not, just let me know. But the memes pill is unstoppable, coming in from Anthony. And let me know, what's the best way, how do I contact you? Is it, I guess I can search your name on Twitter. It'll probably come up. Maybe send me or put your tag in the chat here and I'll see it. And then I can contact you. If not, you did put the name, I believe, of your hotel there. If I can go scroll back up and see it. So maybe I could just Google the number of the hotel and then, or you said it's a specific type. It's a boutique hotel, which is way more fun. The typical hotels are kind of boring. Boutique hotels, more interesting, more exciting. And so that's obviously a big difference there. Dojo at $25, says Neil. Hi Matt, love from India. Notice you'll see a lot of people coming in from India who have not before. Why? SHIB is pretty dang big in India and popular there. Shiba Inu coin is causing a lot of people in India to like Dogecoin too. That's one of the big countries. Now you've heard me say it's happening outside of the United States. I haven't been as specific. Now's a good time to do that as we just got that comment. India playing a big role here. India has had a lot of people coming in with over 1 billion people in that country. They're not like China where they are ban. And when I say China, I specifically mean the government. There's a lot of great people in China that unfortunately have to deal with that. The government is doing some things that it's not supposed to be doing. Luckily, India, there are some concerns there in India about the government being too harsh on crypto, but I don't think those concerns are really too big. So far, they've actually been pretty embracing when it comes to crypto, as has a lot of Asia. They've really embraced it. There's only some countries that have not, and China, definitely one of them. Should I sell Doge now? Coming in from Akshay. Now, I always say, I love Dogecoin more than anything. Personally, I'm not going to take Dogecoin profits because I just support it that much. But if you want to take some profits, don't be afraid to do that. So let's say you really like the amount of money you just made. Don't be afraid to take some profits. And I know people get mad at me for saying that, but the reason why is because that's a good habit to get into. Taking profits. I do it for pretty much every single crypto except for Dogecoin. There are a couple of exceptions. Dogecoin's one of them. And for a lot of us, we're on the same page. We don't sell our Dogecoin. We hodl, and we want to see it doing really well, and we support it. We love the community, and we're willing to hold even if it goes down a little bit because of how much we love the community. But if that's not you, if you're just in it for the money and you want to take some profits, good to get into that habit so that down the line you start taking more profits along the way. And that doesn't mean you have to sell all. You can sell 1% of your portfolio a day. Now that's a really safe number. Or 2% of your portfolio. That's a safe number if you're worried about missing out. If you're worried about missing out on spike, well then within the next 100 days that it takes you to sell 1% at a time, if you're going to do 100 days and sell all of it, or if you're going to sell 50%, it'll take you 50 days, and in that time it could start spiking again, or it could go down. So either way, you have more safety in that. It's never smart to go all too far into one cryptocurrency if you're in the stage of building your portfolio. But if you're in the stage of you already have a lot of money and you're trying to just go for the high upside, then maybe it's not as much in your best interest to be selling small amounts and having to pay taxes on that when you can wait a year and have that lower tax rate, which is in most places in the United States around 20% versus 35% potentially, or in some cases, it can be worse than that. It can be a little better than that, but somewhere around 35% versus 20%. So you're saving 15% there by waiting that longer amount of time. And if safety net is not your goal, and you're more looking for high upside, then that is obviously what you're going to be more likely to do. No, leave Doge to $1, says Khalid. He says, don't sell. He says, leave it in. Held Doge since 50 cents, says Calculate Gaming. Sold about an hour before the spike. I've been waiting to re-enter BTC. Oh man, dude. So Calculate Gaming says he decided to sell his Dogecoin right before it just spiked here. That's the worst feeling, and everyone's scared of that. Because that's what happens, right? The second you sell crypto, what does it do? Everyone knows the second you sell, it spikes like crazy. See, that's why you would perhaps it would be in your best interest, Calculate Gaming, to not ever do the extreme one way or the other. Because if you decided to sell 10%, 20% a day of your portfolio right now and exit slowly, then you would have caught most of the spike. So that would be a better way to go about doing that, especially since at this current point in time, Dogecoin did not look like it had a lot of downside. It was staying around 23, 24, 25 cents. So there really wasn't a lot of incentive to pull out fast. It wasn't like it was about to fall or the metrics looked bad or someone was about to say something bad or BTC looked like it was in the downward direction. All of the metrics showed that now is a good time to either go out slowly if you want to take some profits or hold. And now it's proving that hodling was obviously the best decision, especially right now, as most of us would have done anyway, even if that wasn't the case, just because we love it. But you can see, so it's still continuing to have that upward trajectory, that upward trend. And if it does start to go crazy parabolic again, if it does start to have a big, huge spike in a single hour, that is likely going to lead to the next run. I mean, it will. If we can see that, Shiba Inu coin went up somewhere around 500% in a week. Dogecoin can do the same thing. It all happens so fast. You cannot close your eyes too long. You have to have those notifications on because you do not want to miss that big run when it does inevitably happen. As we have more coming in right now. USA loves India and Doge, and I have to say, yes, we have our full support in place for everyone in the India Dogecoin community. Shout out to all of you who are watching the channel right now, especially if your English isn't your first language and you're still watching, especially shout out to you for that. You're still tuning in. Some people are saying we should do the show and have it in multiple languages, hire people to do that. Maybe. That sounds like a lot of extensive stuff that would have to be done, but it's a good idea if we can figure out how to do it without too much hassle. Hardo as well coming in from Khalid, a big chat coming in across the board, and Anthony, by the way, has been really leaving the chats a lot. That's awesome to see. Most people in the world extremely poor, says Anthony. Meme are the only final stand. And Matt. Oh, I like that. I like that last part, but yeah, it is true. If you currently have a net worth that is even above $1,000, then you are richer than a huge percentage of the planet. I believe it's somewhere around 90%. If you just have $1,000 right now, you're richer than 90% of the planet, I think. I know that is that right? Well, the reason why is because of debt. So it may not be quite that high, but there's some really interesting statistics you can find on that. Basically, to be in the 1%, you have to have approximately, in the United States, approximately $2 million or so, a little bit higher than that. Then to be in the 1% in the world, you have to have I think somewhere around $1 million at this current point in time, and maybe a little less. So being in the 1% is pretty difficult, but not being in the bottom percent is actually pretty easy. If you manage your money right and you avoid taking on debt, perhaps you have some student loan debt, which technically does count, unfortunately, for this ranking system. So you will have to take time to pay that off first. If you don't have any debt though, you are already ahead of a huge percent of the population. And now's the time to start taking that head start and building it into real wealth. Potentially, if you play your cards right, the type of life-changing wealth that will allow you to retire early. Right now, I feel like I'm retired. I do. I mean, I love YouTube. I love doing this channel. I love doing this show. It's not necessarily something that you have to do, right, when you get to that point, but you do it because you love it. I love YouTube. I wouldn't want to be doing anything else. That's why you have me here at 3:19 a.m. going live because of Dogecoin spiking, because it's fun. I mean, I could go sleep. I could do that, but why the heck would we want to sleep when we can watch the spike? I got a total of 24 Dogex NFTs patiently waiting as well from Juan. Big things are coming with that. If you're wondering, is it going to spike? The answer is most likely yes. And with Dogecoin doing what's doing right now, we're going to make sure to leverage that to get more attention for Dogex because it deserves it. This is the highest quality NFT project in history, and it really does deserve to be one of those top projects when it comes to the amount of energy, the amount of money being poured into it. During the next NFT spike, we likely see it happening. By the way, you can actually look at the chart yourself, and you can see. Let me go ahead and pull this up. Let me pull up the chart here, and I'll give you a better idea. By the way, a lot of what I do right now too is about my family. It's about the people I love when it comes to trying to increase and grow my business. So I guess there are still some outside incentives besides just having fun. But I would say I still wouldn't. I mean, having fun is like the most important thing. If you're not having fun with what you do, then you should probably get a different job. Do you believe whales are playing? If you can. I mean, I know sometimes it's difficult to do that. There's not a lot of fun jobs out there. But don't settle. I mean, do what you can to get that, especially if the job you want is a crypto trader. That's a huge goal that should be definitely strive for, because you can do it. It's possible. As long as you know what you're doing, you stay up to date, it is possible to do, but you clearly would have to first start trading a little bit to make sure you get the hang of it before you take any risks like quitting your job or anything like that. But one day down the line, don't rule that out as a possibility, because a lot of people are continuing to quit their jobs to go into Dogecoin. What was I gonna do? Someone remind me. We were about to do something. Oh yeah, right. I was gonna show something with Doge X, I believe. Oh right. Okay, I remember now. What I'm gonna show is the. I'm going to show exactly what's happening right now with the NFT space, because it's really interesting, and you can get an idea of where it's going based solely on that. Let me go and pull this up. Go to Sadia. Okay, so here you can see this right here shows the NFT volume, and you can see so Dogex actually launched right around there. So missing a lot of that first initial NFT wave, launching around there, but still caught a decent second wave there. But here's what's promising. You can see going back to the beginning part of July, Dogex, or not Dogex, the NFT space had almost no energy right there. You can see it grew very fast. That's very similar to how Bitcoin looked toward its beginning stages before that major NFT spike, which had a ton of projects going really viral, before then coming back down to earth a bit. This, by the way, is Nft Volume. That blue line is OpenSea. Then we have Larva Labs is the purple, and Super Rare is the green, then yellow is Rareable, and Foundation is red. All those are tiny compared to OpenSea, which has had a huge percent of the volume. But this type of lopsided volume on one specific place, this type of look, it spiked and then came back down but still stayed pretty steady, is a huge indication we are at the very beginning of the NFT space, which is why Dogex is currently in a prime position to capitalize on that next NFT spike, similar to if you decided to go into cryptocurrency in 2013 or 2014 after that first initial run and you're starting to hold steady. It still has so much room left. It really does. I would love to do a big event in Seattle, says Eric the Goat Guy, and invite a lot of corn people someday. Oh, nice, coming in from Eric. Now that sounds pretty cool. Yo, Matt, let's mine Doge here in Texas. Coming in from Lalo Rias, member for 7 months. Dude, you've been a member for 7 months. That is awesome. Coming in from Lalo Rias. And I think, yeah, Texas is the best place to go if you're a miner. There's no really better place in the world than in Texas for mining cryptocurrency at this current point. At first, I was concerned some of the things they were doing in terms of not allowing people to buy certain cryptocurrencies, some of the freedom laws that they had in place against crypto, I didn't like. But it turns out that was somewhat of a misunderstanding, that those laws were even put in place in the first place. They have been now completely and totally terminated, and Texas is being very pro-crypto, very open to it, which means we are going to see a ton of miners continuing to go there, as they already have been for now. Crypto Tank Girl says, this is great. Yes, it really is. And Lily Godbold says, how high do you think Doge is going to go this month? So upside, over $1. Absolutely. Can it go over $1 this month with this type of mania energy, with what we just saw Shiba Inu coin? If people start to get this same itch for Dogecoin and the same mania starts to happen, then $1 is the target here for this month. We know November and December, we've been saying this since the beginning, that November and December, or since the last few months, I mean, I guess that's the beginning kind of, but for the last few months, we've been saying November and December, the times to look at. Already, even a little bit before November, we're starting to see this. Now, look how beautiful that is. So Dogecoin had a couple of little red candles along the way here before this massive green one, and some people got worried when Doge went to 22 cents. We had someone say they just sold right before a spike. Perhaps they sold right here, they got scared. Do not let stuff like that scare you, because this is a prime example of do not get worried by a dip, because look, if you decide to sell right there, then look what happens not long after. So once you see things like this happening in the chart, it is a concern if it's based on bad news and you hear it first. Maybe you might want to play the market a little bit with something like that. But typically speaking, going in and selling based on fear or based on being scared and making a quick decision is typically going to bite you in the butt afterwards. Nobody's actually been on the moon. It's our chance to make it for the first time for Dogecoin. Elon Musk will do that. It's not a question of if he's going to. He is going to do that. The question is when. And obviously Mars too is a big goal. Kristen Lee as well, coming in with the chat with a little superhero flying along, and that's very representative of Dogecoin at this current point in time. And look at that, 25% still in the day. Hopefully crypto on CoinMarketCap is back up again, because if it's not, that's going to be disappointing. It's probably not. Come on, crypto market cap, CoinMarketCap, what the heck are you doing? Get your site up and running again. It's crazy they're still not running. Kristen Lee, another chat coming from Kristen Lee, or is that same one? But still, nonetheless, appreciate all the love there. Don't trip by the dip, it says AC off on his comment there. Why did Doge spike is the other question here, and the reason why is because of Shiba Inu coin. I mean, we're going to be very direct about this. Some people in the Dogecoin community don't like Shiba Inu coin, but I think this is starting to change that. After we just saw this amount of energy coming in, it is very clear the only two coins that have spiked at the top in the last 24 hours are Shiba Inu coin and Dogecoin. Shiba Inu coin did it first, and because of that, now people are looking at Dogecoin saying, wow, if Shiba Inu coin can do this, then Dogecoin can too. A lot of people outside of the United States in the Shiba Inu coin army and community are now coming into Doge as well and putting some money in. We also had a number of tweets that went extremely viral, and we also talked about Dogecoin in some of those tweets. So the energy is building, and that's what's causing this Doge specific spike. Oh, look, it finally worked. Yay. There we go. We roasted them into working again. You can see, oh no, it's still not working. So it still shows Dogecoin. Actually, it shows Dogecoin down, which isn't correct. This is lagging behind. Dang it, CoinMarketCap. We had confidence. We thought you were working again, but nope, still not working here. Oh well. Well, we try our best. But yeah, so Bitcoin went down today. All the top cryptos, especially the big ones, went down except for those two. So that's how we know what caused the spike this time. At least largely. I mean, okay, that's part of it. Also, the community itself obviously played a big role here in staying strong and promoting. And Dogecoin right now is currently trending with close to 92,000.4 tweets right now with hashtag Doge, so it's getting close to 100,000. That playing a role too. So it can't just be the Shiba Inu coin community doing this. Basically what it is the Shiba Inu coin community playing a role, and helping to get the Dogecoin community energized again. Once the Dogecoin community was energized again, then the Dogecoin community took the spike into the hands of our community, of the Dogecoin community. And at that point, it's over. I mean, when Dogecoin community starts calling the spike here, then you know we're about to have a big amount of fun. Doge Army from Saudi Arabia as well, coming in from Khalid. He's left a number of awesome chats here. I appreciate your commentary there. Doge is such a good boy, coming in from Alduff Muffin. And we're getting a ton of chats here. So Lost Boy K as well says, the market is super competitive right now. Meme season going crazy. Also, T King is going to blow minds with season 2 coming out soon. I wouldn't be surprised. I actually wouldn't be. That's why I'm holding a huge amount of it. Matt with the late night update, Doge to the moon as well, coming in from Robert Williams. A lot of excitement right now in the Dogecoin community, which is something we've been missing for a little bit. That we're even to the point, this stream at 3 a.m. already has over 22,000 total views. Think about that. At 3 a.m., 22,000 total views in 53 minutes of streaming. That's really, really good, especially for this time. Even in some of the previous Dogecoin spikes, we didn't see this many views at hours of the night like this. We saw that in the daytime. So this right here shows the level of energy right now with Dogecoin in the community. Mine Dogecoin on an old laptop says modern Prometheus. Every bit helps the network, and there's definitely a certain amount of truth to that. Obviously, if you have a bigger pool, you're contributing a lot more to the network. Having one computer, it will contribute some, and it's the most important thing there is that you're learning. And I think that's definitely a positive thing for people to be doing, learning about how to mine and getting on that page. And maybe one day you can have a big mining operation, very profitable currently. So you'd have to go fast, actually. When I say maybe one day, we also have to consider the fact that Bitcoin is getting lower when it comes to the supply left to mine. So you may have to be focusing on smaller cryptos and hope you get lucky if you want to really break yourself into the mining game and gain access to computers. Very difficult on that large scale, especially now. Because Bordis, with a chat coming in, and Mr. Bordis, I'm not sure how to pronounce your first name, Dukas Bordis. I like it. With the little yellow dude waving hello to you as well. Oh yeah, someone said what just happened? Look at that. Dogecoin now back up to 30 cents. Okay, look at this. So we're starting to see. Oh, that's beautiful. Look at that. A very nice upward line here for Dogecoin. This could really truly cause the next big wave. That's exciting. Another bigger. Oh, look at that. The green candle. Oh, look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Wow, look at that. Okay, the green candle starting to rise fast right here on the live. That's cool. That's fun to watch. Are you seeing that? So we just saw a big green candle on the minute chart. It's rising live. Okay, wow, it's continuing to rise. That's awesome. Look at this. Okay, oh dang it, you had to rain on our parade, red candle. Well, why'd you have to do that? But okay, that was fun to watch for a little bit there. Mine Dogecoin, you say, oh, yeah, I agree. It's definitely good. Oh wow, oh come on. We were getting all excited. That was cool for a little bit there, going up to 31 cents. So it just jumped a cent. It jumped a cent in, what was that, 30 seconds? Now coming back down a little bit. Oh, wait, nope. Oh, it's trying to juke us out. It's tricking us a little bit here. It doesn't know what it wants to do. All right, now starting to go up again. And I love this. You see how it actually shows in real time as it goes up. That's the most fun part of gold price. I'm a big fan of that. That's why I always like to go to them, because they really do have the best price here. Up 29% now. 29% on the last 24-hour period. CoinMarketCap, if only they could do a good job with their accuracy rating, we could see where it's currently ranked more easily, but none of these ranking systems are right. I think there's so many people searching it right now and looking at it that it's causing it to not work, unfortunately. Doge Army from Saudi Arabia, though, that's cool. Don't sleep on AMP, says breathe deep, and Paul says it's going to turn green. Actually, you called that, Paul. Oh, look at that, look at that. Oh, look at that. Oh, that's awesome. Here we go. Now that's fun to watch. That's fun to watch. When it goes up, that's like on the edge of your seat, exciting right there. Look at that. That's beautiful. And this is actually a new feature, by the way, of gold price. They didn't used to show it in the second chart. Now you can actually see in seconds what it's doing when it spikes like that. I mean, doesn't that just make your heart pound a little bit when you see Dogecoin doing that? Now up to 31 cents. Oh my gosh, here we may be about to see another run happening, which would be very exciting. Tell Elon I want to be the one to place the Dogecoin on the moon from Bonehead. All right, Elon, I'll give him a call. I'll let him know. Not sleeping tonight, says Alexis Sion. Alexius Sion. The Doge price are now continuing to pump. Oh, look at that. Okay, look at that. More green candles here. up to 311 now, getting close to 32 cents. And so let's see, our prediction was 37 cents on this spike. So we got to 34. We got pretty dang close to our prediction, which, by the way, we made only hours ago. Now we could hopefully see it go up to that 37 mark, which it still has time to do. Obviously, this isn't the end of it. Okay, look at that. It's going back and forth between green and red, but oh no, that hurts. Come on, no, Doge, what are you doing? Why are you going down? Shiva Shrestha as well. Another big chat coming in from Shiva. I appreciate the love, and it has the #1 flag waving. But sometimes it'll actually show a red candle like that, and then it'll be kind of a fake red candle, and then all of a sudden it'll go back up to green again, which is basically just the chart trying to continually update its price based on the actual liquidity that's currently in the token, which means it's not always going to be 100% accurate. That's just the way it works. But yeah, okay, so we're seeing it staying around that 31 cents area, but it definitely could spike again. There's no question about that. So here's what we'll do. We'll go ahead and end the stream right now and stay on the line here. If it does start to spike again, I will come and let you know on Twitter, unless I'm doing the forbidden sleeping routine that occasionally I have to follow, unfortunately, even though we never sleep, but we do though. Anyway, have fun with this Dogecoin spike. Hopefully it'll continue to go up. This is an extremely exciting time for the community indeed. I'm at loss. This is Final Stand, and I'll see you in the next video.